Jamaica's finance minister just resigned, and it's set to shake up the entire government, with Dr. Nigel Clarke leaving for the IMF, who will take over Jamaica's finances. And will they be able to keep the country on track? Hey, patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are diving into the farewell saga of Jamaica's finance minister, Dr. Nigel Clarke, who stepped down not just from his seat, but to jet set off to the International Monetary Fund, IMF, in Washington, D.C. But here's the real question. Who's going to fill his shoes as the country's financial gatekeeper? With emotions running high and Clarke's legacy on the line, Prime Minister Holness has one big decision to make, and the entire nation is holding its breath. Stick around to find out who's next in line and why this transition is anything but ordinary. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaican politics. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. Farewell finance. Good day, folks. Today's headline: Dr. Nigel Clarke, Jamaica's finance minister, is stepping down. But here's the twist. He's not just moving to another seat in Parliament or heading off to manage a new portfolio. Nope, he's going international, all the way to the International Monetary Fund in Washington, D.C. as a deputy managing director effective October 31st. He'll officially bid farewell to his role as MP and finance minister. Can you believe it? And just who will fill Clarke's shoes as Jamaica's finance minister? Hold that thought. The farewell rally, emotions run high. The scene shifts to Monday night at a rally in Pembroke Hall, where Clarke, using a cricket metaphor, declared innings complete. His tone was bittersweet, grateful to his constituents and proud of his accomplishments. After 6 years and 7 months in office, he's moving on, but not without a nod to his successor, Dwayne Smith, the councillor for the Chancery Hall division, whom he says is more than ready to take the pitch. But Clarke isn't just leaving the field, he's leaving the stadium. What legacy will he leave behind? Clarke's innings and the next chapter. Clarke's term in office wasn't just business as usual, it was transformative. Since stepping in through a by-election win in 2018, he's been at the helm of several key initiatives that reshaped his constituency and gained him some national recognition. His parting words: appreciation for his constituents, trust and gratitude for Prime Minister Holness's support. Adding to the tension, the government had announced back in August that Clarke's successor has already been chosen, but they're keeping it under wraps. So who's in line? A mystery waiting to unfold, and the people are itching to know. The emotional farewell. Clarke gets sentimental. Clarke didn't just talk numbers in his farewell speech, he was genuinely emotional. The usual stoic finance minister took a rare, heartfelt moment to reflect on his journey. He highlighted the milestones and made it clear leaving isn't easy. Imagine a finance minister giving a tearful farewell. That's when you know he cared about more than just the budget. What does a finance minister really leave behind? We'll find out soon. The curtain call. Jamaica awaits its next finance minister. The spotlight on Prime Minister Holness. With Clarke officially gone, the tension now shifts to Prime Minister Holness. He has to name a new finance minister, and the nation is holding its breath. Will he pick a similar face, or is he about to bring in someone entirely unexpected? Holness has hinted that the new finance minister is ready to take the reins. But the guessing game continues, and there it is. Clarke has passed the torch, but who will carry it forward? Clarke's legacy isn't just about numbers. It's about a chapter in Jamaica's finance history that he wrote with pride, commitment, and a few bold moves. As he leaves for the IMF, we're left with questions. Who will fill his shoes? And will they bring the same energy to the finance ministry? Clarke may have left the field, but his impact lingers. Subscribe for the latest updates on Jamaican politics, and stay tuned as we uncover the new face of Jamaica's finance ministry. Will the next finance minister bring change, or will it be more of the same? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Here's a summary of the key takeaways. 1. Dr. Nigel Clarke, finance minister, resigns at midnight on Monday to join the IMF in Washington as deputy managing director. 2. Clarke's farewell rally was an emotional event with heartfelt thanks to constituents and PM Andrew Holness. 3. Clarke endorsed Dwayne Smith as his successor in St. Andrew North Western, confident in his ability to continue his work. 4. All eyes now on PM Holness as the nation awaits the announcement of Jamaica's next finance minister. Here are some questions that you might have, along with detailed answers specifically relating to Dr. Nigel Clarke's departure and the transition of Jamaica's finance ministry. Question number 1. Why is Dr. Nigel Clarke leaving his role as Jamaica's finance minister? Answer. Dr. Nigel Clarke is stepping down to take up a high-profile position at the International Monetary Fund (IMF) in Washington, D.C., where he'll serve as one of 4 deputy managing directors. This role not only gives him international influence, but allows him to leverage his financial expertise on a global stage. Clarke's resignation takes effect at midnight on Monday, marking an end to his impactful tenure as finance minister and MP for St. Andrew North Western. Question number 2. How will this affect Jamaica's economy and government stability? Answer. Clarke's departure raises significant questions about continuity and stability in the finance sector, especially given his track record in navigating Jamaica's economic challenges. While he set policies that have stabilized finances in recent years, the next minister will face the immediate challenge of maintaining confidence and continuity in economic policy. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reportedly chosen Clarke's successor, but whether they'll uphold his legacy or take a different path is yet to be seen. Question number 3. Who is expected to replace Dr. Clarke, and will they bring the same expertise? Answer. While Prime Minister Holness has hinted at a successor, he hasn't yet named them publicly, sparking widespread speculation. Clarke was highly regarded for his fiscal expertise and disciplined approach, so there's strong public interest in whether the new finance minister will have the same qualifications and strategic approach. The selection process has been kept under wraps, which has fueled curiosity and concern about who will step in to manage Jamaica's finances during this transition. Question number 4. What does this mean for Clarke's constituents in St. Andrew North? Answer. Clarke has endorsed Dwayne Smith, the councillor for the Chancery Hall Division, as his successor in St. Andrew North Western, showing confidence in Smith's ability to continue his work. Constituents may feel uncertain about how this change will impact local initiatives Clarke began, but his endorsement suggests that Smith will aim to maintain continuity. Clarke's departure does mean an adjustment period for his constituents, who have grown accustomed to his leadership since 2018. Question number 5. What are the key achievements Dr. Clarke leaves behind as finance minister? Answer. During his 6-year tenure, Clarke implemented initiatives that contributed to economic stabilization and growth, which brought Jamaica international recognition for its financial management. His policies policies have aimed to reduce debt levels, increase transparency, and drive investment, building a strong foundation that his successor will need to maintain. His exit has prompted people to reflect on the legacy he leaves behind and whether the new minister will be able to preserve his accomplishments. Question number 6. What challenges will the new finance minister face? Answer. The incoming finance minister will step into a role that demands a delicate balance of economic strategy and political finesse, with Jamaica navigating both local and global economic pressures. Maintaining the current policies that have contributed to stability will be essential. They'll also need to manage public expectations, as Dr. Clarke's departure comes with high standards for fiscal discipline and accountability that the new minister must uphold. Question number 7. Why did Prime Minister Holness choose now to let Clarke go, and was there a succession plan in place? Answer. Prime Minister Holness announced Clarke's departure in August, giving the government time to prepare for his transition. Holness has indicated that a successor has been selected, suggesting that he's been proactive in planning for this handover. The specifics of why Holness is choosing this moment, especially in a high-stakes environment, are not entirely clear, but it appears he is committed to a smooth transition with a successor ready to step in. These questions address your potential concerns and curiosity about the upcoming transition and provide insight into the potential ripple effects of Clarke's departure could have on Jamaica's financial and political landscape. Hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the twists and turns in Jamaican politics. And don't forget to like and share this video if you enjoyed it. As it relates to Dr. Nigel Clarke's stewardship of the finance ministry, Laborites say him are the best finance minister Jamaica has ever seen, while on the PMP side, PMP say him are the worst finance minister Jamaica has ever seen. Either way, it is what it is. What I will say is this: on paper, this man is brilliant. This man good with numbers. This man is like almost a genius when it comes to numbers and figures. Here's the issue I have with persons like Nigel Clarke. They are not patriotic. They don't have no patriotic bone in them body. They don't believe in building their country and building their people up. The first chance what they get, then jump ship, figure work for somebody when not look like them, because that's who they truly idolize and look up to, while leaving their race and their people to fall by the wayside. Yeah man, give a field slave a promotion to a house slave, and look how quick in turning back when he used to rub shoulder to shoulder with and struggle with the nice sun hat every day. I work then long, like 18-hour shift on a daily basis. Yeah man, give him a promotion and you see how quick you forget them and turn against them. Why are us melanated Africans still like that? Is it a residual effect of slavery where we still wake up and recover from? And this man has a doctorate. So you would think, they would have realized, me need to start put my race and my people first. Every race that is on top, whether it be the white, Chinese, Indian, then put their race and them people first. They have a nationalist mindset. They are very patriotic with their nationalism. You never hear them say, it's America first. That's patriotism, that's nationalism. So where is the Jamaican patriotism and nationalism within our leaders? Had our very first two prime ministers been patriots, because none of them did a patriots, then Jamaica would be on a different path than what it is right now. You see, we inherited a system from the British that maintained the continuity of the colonization or neo-colonization of their former slaves. So the system never really changed. It was just a handover to the new stewards that was put in place in the form of JLP or PMP to continue working for the British Empire, where the British stepped away and is now ruling indirectly behind the scenes and behind the shadows. Hence, that is why King Charles or any successful monarch from the British throne is the head of Jamaica. So what they did was give us a fake independence to trick the Jamaicans back then who weren't very literate or very educated to believe that they are independent. Now, fast forward 2024, when everybody should be able to read and think independently and think critically for themselves. If you study the history and you look back, you see exactly the game and the scam that took place. How with independent and 2024, you tell me, say, the king of Jamaica, the right sovereign ruler of Jamaica, the owner of Jamaica is still King Charles, but yet every year we celebrate a fake independence. That is why me always say we were miseducated. Our education was never meant to empower us to think critically and independently. Our education system, the curriculum, it came from Britain. So you think your former colonizer / slave master are going to empower you to be fully independent, autonomous and self-governing, where now you're going to be so powerful, you're going to end up all diss him and run him away because you're not taking no more talk from him, because you become so patriotic and militant and your only objective is to uplift your race and your people as a melanated African, which is and should be always your first priority. Your race and your people should come first. And there is no patriot in the Jamaican parliament on either sides. So when you see Clarke make a move like this and just turning back on in race and in country, when born and grow, figure work for the IMF, that says a lot. It says he's not patriotic. He doesn't care about Jamaica and the Jamaican people. Nigel Clarke is what you would call one of the best and brightest minds that's leaving Jamaica. So just imagine if Nigel Clarke was real patriotic, like a Marcus Garvey or a Malcolm X or a Muhammad Ali. Can you imagine the transformation that would take place if him become prime minister with that type of mindset? How transformative Jamaica would come under his stewardship as prime minister? Those are the leaders where African people need. For too long, the melanated African has have leaders that are very self-interested. They're only going to power to enrich themselves. And then they step out of power and leave the people still struggling and still in poverty. If you pay close attention and now look into what I say, look at the continent of Africa. What does Africa build? You ever see Africa make car? You ever see Africa make plane? They have turned our race into nothing but consumers. We buy everything where everybody else build. Little Japan build how much different car and different brands of vehicle. You know how much different brand of vehicle Japan make and distribute worldwide? Little Japan. And look for Africa, the richest continent in the world, has everything. Where you see Africa make? Nothing. Then turn our race into consumers. We buy everything from everybody else. They even successfully teach you if you hate yourself. Our women love an image of another race, and when me say that, me mean this false here thing where few women them love. I try look like a next race of woman. We never tell us we love no next race of woman. Me personally, it's black woman all day, every day. Cause my kids must look like me. So black woman is my first and last option. Me no want a next race of woman. So when you now wear the false here, I know for us or for uno. Me never see one white woman wear no false here. Have never seen an Indian woman or a Chinese woman, a Japanese woman wear false here. But yet they make false here to sell to our women, because during slavery the beauty standard was the white woman. They taught the slaves that the slaves are ugly and hideous, and the white woman is what real beauty looks like. So we still not recover from them type of traumatic miseducation then. Hence you see the skin bleaching and things like those. It's coming from slavery. It's a residual effect of slavery. So we need to wake up and be more conscious and be more aware. That's why it's important to unlearn and relearn. There is no other woman on the planet that is more beautiful, more sexy, or more hotter than a black woman. The black woman is the beauty standard. White women used to wear mesh in their skirt to try replicate and emulate the big bottom of a black woman because the white woman felt so insecure that she never so sexy and curvy. And she see how all the white man them a drool after her and I broke their neck when they see like a sexy slave girl I walk past with her big rear and her small waist. Yes, so it was because of her insecurities then start pushing mesh in her then dress. So we have always been the beauty standard, but we've been miseducated to think otherwise. Every woman want to be like the black woman. Every woman envy the black woman. Whether them are put in BBL or try get their lips to be full, those are African features. So there is no woman on the planet that's more beautiful or more hotter or more sexier than a black woman. Black no crack. That's how divine the black race is. For whatever reason, PM Holness keep the next finance minister close to his chest. You see, as long as the next finance minister is not PM Holness, I am good. Because the last thing I would need or want to see is the finance ministry fall under the PM as one of his new portfolio. That would not be a good look with the current atmosphere of the IC's investigation into PM Holness's finances and allegations of alleged illicit enrichment and him taking the IC to court and all these things. So definitely as long as it doesn't fall under PM Holness's portfolio, yeah, we're good. We're good with whoever come next. Based off of the standard and the track record where Nigel Clarke has set, that person, whoever he or she be, have some sizable shoes to fill and them are under a lot of pressure, especially from the people. We'll go watch them and see if they're really up for the task. You get me? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.